done his job of drawing the attention of both Keeler and Godman. Back-to-back misses for Keeler as well. Encarnacion ahead 2-0. 14th game of the year for Friley, second in a row. Long look back. Taylor trying to time up Keeler. Fouled over our heads on the press box, and it's the first strike of the AB for Friley Encarnacion. 19-year-old infielder out of Santo Domingo. Red Sox have gone to the well of the Dominican Republic time and again. That's their primary scouting location when it comes to the international market, and it shows on this roster. Off-speed misses out, ball 3. Nine players on this Salem roster out of the 30 available are from the Dominican Republic. It's 30% for you mathletes. Fastball in the dirt, ball 4. Encarnacion's on, back-to-back men reach. The double, and now the first walk of the night for Cade Keeler. Jojo Ingracia looked good in his first inning. Red Sox would love to give him some run support to work with. Last night, Luis Cohen got run support seemingly for the first time this year. He was 1-4 with a 4.07 ERA coming in. Got a handful of runs early and posted a shutout to his credit. First pitch to Stanley Tucker. Tucks itself to the outside corner. Fastball maybe half a ball off the outer edge at 90. Home plate umpire Dylan Reeves granting that one. Reeves is generally very consistent. He'll expand occasionally outside. Runner goes, and Keeler another inside move. Now they've got a rundown going on Taylor. Flip back and forth. Olszewski puts the tag on. Taylor is going to be out on the second pickoff of the day for Cade Keeler. That inside move on the leg lift. He's gotten two different runners. Encarnacion moves up, but the pickoff is out number 1. Taylor and Blaze both leading off the inning with base hits and then both becoming the first out of the inning. Bench coach Ozzie Chavez, who coaches third, just shaking his head in disappointment. Slider popped up into shallow right field. Sanchez going out onto the grass. He backpedals out, makes the call, and makes the catch. So what a swing of two throws, one pickoff and one pitch. And it goes from 2-on, nobody out, to a man at second and 2 down for Daniel McElvany. McElvany, one of 3 healthy catchers on this roster. We saw Diego Valoria last night. Also have Juan Montero available in the trio of backstops. McElvany has arguably had the most success of the 3, hitting .280, although it's just in 8 games, was activated from the injured list on April 23rd. First pitch, fastball misses low. Another back pick from Godman. Sanchez didn't catch it squarely, but it stayed right in front of him. Encarnacion is one of 5 stealing bases, and the Green Jackets having already created 2 outs on the base paths from Salem in the first 5 recorded. They're trying to test their luck a little bit. 1-0 fouled back by McElvany. McElvany drafted out of Bonita Vista High School in California. 6th round of 2021. This will be his 3rd stint with Salem. Has batted a lot of injuries in his career. 1-1 fastball misses just inside. Looked like there might have been a miscommunication there as second baseman Luis Sanchez went streaking into second, maybe thinking a pickoff was coming of Encarnacion. Anything to the right side would have been fair game and a base hit. 2-1 from Keeler. Just a little bit outside at 90. Nearly the same exact location that Tucker had a called strike on him, but this time it goes the opposite direction. Jacob Godman was set up middle in, so maybe that extra reach of having to go a bit further across cost him. 3-1 to the catcher, McElvany. Slider misses down, ball 4. Second walk of the ball game and of the inning for Cade Keeler. So Keeler has now walked multiple batters in each of his last 3 outings. Career high is still 3, set back on April the 30th. Trying to post back-to-back zeros against this Salem offense, and the 8-hitter Albert Feliz steps in. You want to talk about a guy who's in a make-or-break year. Feliz needs to find some production here. Breaking ball misses outside. Signed back in 2018, has been in the organization for a long time. This will be his 2nd year in Salem. Hit .245 last year with a career-high 10 homers. Keeler trying to find the zone, 1-0. Fastball, that one got the outside edge. Feliz didn't like it, but it's the call nevertheless. And to his credit, that was about a ball and a half off the outside corner, according to the Hawkeye strike zone, so he does have a legitimate gripe. Slider ripped through the right side, base hit. They'll send Encarnacion around the throw to the plate. Godman puts a late tag, not in time. Feliz with an RBI single, and Salem takes the lead 1-0. Brady came up throwing. Godman was trying to deke the runner, but Encarnacion slid regardless. Godman was standing slumped as if there was no throw coming. Caught it and put a snap tag down in one play, but no good. McElveny was able to go first to third. So those two walks coming back to bite Cade Keeler. Feliz has his 13th RBI of the season. Brings up Andy Lugo as the Red Sox have the first lead of the night. McElveny at third, Feliz at first. Short lead for Feliz. Fastball on the ground to shortstop. Benitez makes the catch eye level and fires across the diamond. First ground ball out recorded by the Green Jackets. Augusta allows one. Salem strikes first with a Feliz RBI single with 2 outs. Ingracia has a lead to work with for the first time.
Fans, with the 2024 season kicking into high gear, there's no time like the present to deck yourself out in the newest Green Jacket styles, available only at the Hive Pro Shop. You can browse through extensive collections of shirts, hoodies, caps, and more in a variety of styles, including theme night apparel such as Pimento Cheese, Pavo Salvajes, and the new Augusta Rams line. Head on down to the Hive Pro Shop located right next to the front gate, or shop online anytime at www.hiveproshop.com.
Looking for a great rate on an auto loan? Yeah, SRP Federal Credit Union has that covered. Great rate on an RV, boat, motorcycle, or a mortgage? Yeah, SRP Federal Credit Union has great rates on those too. But did you know SRP also has great rates on credit cards? And not just great rates, but perks too.
So far in this series, first pitch slider misses inside. You'll see the fastball, the breaking ball, and the changeup all equally so far for Ingracia. There's the slider again, did not get the call. Trying to come back to the outside corner. Looked like it made it. Not sure if the call was low or out, but it's a ball nevertheless. And it's the third batter in a row where Ingracia fouls behind 2-0. Verdung swinging away and fouls it back. Running fastball started down the middle, ended up on the outside corner. Verdung very quietly, since he came back from a hamstring injury that cost him about a week in late April, has been the model of consistency. 2-1. This time the slider gets the call in the outside corner. Verdung, an on-base streak of 14 consecutive ball games. That's his longest of his career, and the second longest by a Green Jacket player this season. Fastball out, or changeup, runs the count full. Count 3-2 on Verdung. Third straight full count to a batter. Longest on the team so far, Drew Compton had 22 straight games in the entirety of April. 3-2. Flared into right field. Hanging up there with plenty of time for Tucker to roll over and make the catch. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the ball game. Now back-to-back plays made by Stanley Tucker in right to both end the first and begin the second. Cade Kern out in center field as Robert Gonzalez gets a day off. Kern 1 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts yesterday. The Ohio State product hitting an even 200 on the year. Kern first pitch swinging on the ground to third base. Encarnacion a backhand, long throw, a little bit wide, but a nice stretch from Feliz. One pitch, one out, and that is absolutely something Ingracia can live with. We don't know who's scheduled to be behind him, but JoJo has never gone more than 3 innings in his professional career, and although he did have plenty of chances where he was a multi-inning reliever at Cal State Fullerton, a lengthy ball game has not been his forte. Benitez first pitch swinging, fouls it back. 1 year at Fullerton for the Southpaw. Was the team's closer. Had 7 saves in 8 tries. Got the job done time and again. Also went 5-2, so there were plenty of decisions that went his way. 14 appearances, or 14 decisions in 26 games. Benitez over top of the slider. Good movement late out of the glove and to the glove side. 0-2 on Diego Benitez, and he'll use his timeout. First 3 years of the career for the lefty Ingracia were spent at San Diego State, including one as a redshirt. 0-2 misses low and skips beyond McElvany, who did not catch that. Looked like he got caught between trying to catch it and trying to block it. Down to 87 there. Benitez still behind 1-2. Ingracia a slow leg lift, and the fastball missing just inside, back up to 92. So the changeup has been a bit harder than we expected it to be. Slider as tight and the exact velocity that we anticipated seeing. 2-2. There's the breaking ball on cue. It misses just outside. Changeup has been 84 to 87 so far. Slider 79 to 82. Mostly around the 81 marker. It was right there. Yet another full count. Ingracia has dominated these. The 3-2. Misses low, ball 4. Benitez works the walk. He's now got 7 free passes in his last 7 games. Benitez adding to his patience. That was something that was missing through April. Very grateful for him to turn the calendar. And Benitez now has 12 walks drawn in 29 games. The only lefty in the lineup, P.O. Boucher, steps in. Left fielder out of Southern Illinois. Takes a first pitch fastball on the outer third. Boucher hitting .234 this year, but is 0 for against lefties. 0 for 4 with a pair of walks. Short lead for Benitez. Ingracia comes home and misses low with a breaking ball. With that 3/4 slot that Ingracia throws from, you have to be able to stay on top of the breaking ball or else it floats. If you drop the wrist, drop the slot a little too much, you'll miss high. Ingracia has been missing down, which can certainly induce some swings and misses. 1-1 fastball once again to the outside corner. 92 with good run back and a better frame from McElvany. Didn't necessarily need to. It was already on the corner. Boucher just watching so far. Behind 1-2. From the stretch, Ingracia as the runner goes. Slider called, strike 3. Just froze Boucher. Breaking ball locks up the lefty. 3 strikeouts in 2 hitless innings for JoJo Ingracia. And the Red Sox lead 2-0.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
What am I gonna watch? What food am I gonna order? Who am I gonna unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires autopay and paperless billing. Price for Internet 300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Green Jackets fans, single game tickets are now on sale at greenjacketsbaseball.com. greenjacketsbaseball.com is your one-stop shop for tickets, information on promotions, and of course, the Hive Pro Shop online store. Visit greenjacketsbaseball.com for more.
Red Sox back to the top of their order. Miguel Blaze leading off. Cade Keeler seeing Salem for the second time through. Red Sox getting a run on 3 hits so far. Also have 2 outs on the bases. Both Blaze and Nelly Taylor were picked off, trying to get an early jump. Caught stealing by Cade Keeler. Blaze attacked the first pitch of the ball game for a single into left field. Stole second, out trying to go to third. Swinging again first pitch here, and he's underneath a high fastball. Blaze has been a hard man to retire this week. All told, he's 3 for 5 with a walk and 3 steals. Off-speed misses just upstairs. Changeup floating in right on right. Keeler trying to establish that a little bit more here his second time through. Keeler's 1-1. A little bit high as well this time with the fastball. Infield playing to the pull side. Blaze has been almost exclusively pull heavy so far this week. Breaking ball at the knees, called a strike. Blaze shakes his head softly. Right fielder Grady is now mostly in shadow. Center fielder Kern is right on the cusp. Boucher still battling the sun in left. Off-speed fouled back by Blaze. Blaze put the icing on the cake in yesterday's ball game. Salem was already up 4-0 going into the 9th inning. But off of Didier Fuentes, Blaze hit a bullet that just barely got over the yellow line at the top of the left field fence. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Keeler has his 3rd strikeout of the night. Blaze down on the off-speed. Leadoff man retired for the first time in 3 tries. Antonio Anderson steps up. He's 0 for 3 with 3 walks in 2 games. Anderson hitting 104 this season, but has drawn 26 walks and struck out 35 times. So not a lot of balls in play one way or the other. Changeup floats in at 77. Anderson just watching. Stands open from the left side and takes a fastball a little bit too high. Keeler's been working up with the heater and down with the off-speed, although so far in this inning, the changeup has been staying up a bit more than he would like. The 1-1 to Anderson, a late swing on a high fastball. Keeler's velocity has settled into 91-92 in nearly every offering and living at the letters. 1-2, called strike 3, changeup. Back-to-back Ks with that split change. And Keeler, now in the 2nd time through, is going to that splitter an appropriate amount. In the outings where Keeler has been hit around, the splitter has gone nearly non-existent. We saw it in the Education Day loss in Columbia 2 weeks ago. He's certainly learned since then. It was a big focus for both fellow pitchers and Elvin Nina, the pitching coach. They thought the splitter could be worked in a bit more, and it has. Alcantara takes ball 1. Marvin Alcantara struck out to end the 1st inning. Takes a slider outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Alcantara was at short yesterday. He's at 2nd today. Has split his time mostly between those 2 spots so far this season. About 50-50. Fastball called strike 1, low and outside. Alcantara, like many on this roster and a lot of young hitters across single A, still has some swing and miss in his game. Softly hit. Sanchez on the shortstop side was playing the shift and fires across his body for a 1-2-3 3rd inning. 2 punch-outs and a routine ground ball. Keeler does his job. Green Jackets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game off of JoJo Ingracia.
At Wellstar, affiliated with Medical College of Georgia, you're not alone. Even if you are sitting in Section 107, Row C, Seat 16, whether you're visiting our hospital, one of our primary care locations, or medical offices in the Augusta area, Wellstar's all-star medical team always goes to bat for you. Our comprehensive approach to healthcare extends across our statewide network and beyond to care for every aspect of your well-being. We lead the way in healthcare with innovative technology and experienced providers to ensure you have the expertise you need close by. Whether it's preventative screenings or care for complex conditions, your health is in the right hands with a skilled team at Wellstar, highly rated by fans like you. Wellstar, more than healthcare, people care.
Watching TaxSlayer calculate your refund feels like climbing to the apex of a roller coaster.
Here we go!
And flying down the tracks. At maximum refund speed. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Fans all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invites you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelley's Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own. Their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today.
A walk, 3 Ks, and no hits for JoJo Ingracia through 2 frames of action. First professional start for the 14th round pick out of Cal State Fullerton. Now he'll see Jacob Godman in their first meeting. Olsavsky and Grady will follow. 8-9-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Red Sox leading 1-0 as they try to take a 2-0 series lead. First pitch to Godman. Rifles its way into the outside corner. Godman 0 for 3 with a pair of punch-outs yesterday. There was not much offense to go around. One of a handful of guys held hitless last night by the combination of Michael Sansone out of the pen and Luis Cohen as the starter. Fastball just in at 92. Evens the count on Godman. Jacob hitting 192 this year. Takes the breaking ball outside, spinning its way towards the outside corner. Ingracia has gotten plenty of swings and misses as time is called. There was a ball on the field that escaped the left field fence. It's North Augusta Parks Recreation and Tourism Day, a.k.a. Little League Day here at the ballpark, so there are junior baseball players aplenty across the concourse. 2-1 slider. There we go on the outside corner. McElvany nodding his head yes. That's exactly where he wanted to see that. Especially with the arm slot of Ingracia. So easy to give up on that backdoor breaking ball as a righty. 2-2 skips in. Trying to go with that hard changeup to run the count full. A lot of full counts for Ingracia. That's been the only knock on him. Has not gone more than 3 innings yet this season, but he's into the third here for the third straight night. Payoff to Godman. Inside ball 4. 2 walks in the last 3 batters. Benitez got on base in the second, and now Godman's on to lead off the third. Green Jackets still without a hit, and the man who's trying to change that is far and away the most successful man against lefties so far this season. Joe Olszewski. Limited chances against lefties like so many else on this roster, but Olszewski's 4 for 7. First pitch fastball called a strike. Kneecaps at 91 on the third baseman out of John Carroll, who was brought up as an emergency utility man due to injuries when Lake Air Figueroa went down. An injury to Cam McGee has thrust him into an everyday role. 0-1. Fastball misses low. Still haven't seen a pickoff from Ingracia yet. Base runners against McElvany this season are 17 of 22. He's caught 22.7%. Godman 5 for 8 swiping bags. Breaking ball, Olszewski's out in front. Slider running towards the inner third this time. Ingracia has gotten more swing and misses with the breaking ball into righties, but he gets more strikes taken with that backdoor as righties give up on the ball. 1-2 to the 9-hitter. There's the first pickoff. Godman reads it easily and is back standing. No need for Feliz to even apply a tag. Outfield is shallow, and both the center and right fielder, Blaze and Turner, are straight up. Taylor in left, a little bit deeper and over towards left center field. 1-2, runner goes. Check swing, did not go, and without a throw, Godman has the bag stolen. Breaking ball inside at 82. Good job by Olszewski to hold the hand, so it's no strikeout on that side either. And Jacob Godman swipes stolen base number 6. Green Jackets have a man in scoring position for the first time. Count even at 2 apiece. Downstairs, ball 3. Slider heavy diet here in this third inning. We've got another ball on the field of play. This time it got away from the berm down the left field line, and it's Will Silva, man of the people, who comes out of the bullpen to grab that. Could see Silva tonight. He's certainly available. Bo Phillip, we expect first out of the pen. Delaney and Vargas are also both very well rested. 3-2 to Olszewski. Inside ball 4. Nearly got hit for the 5th time in 5 games, but back-to-back walks issued by Ingracia. Ingracia's command was his only subpar category in his collegiate career, although it improved markedly once he transferred from San Diego State over to Cal State Fullerton. Command has not been much of an issue so far this season, but he's got 3 walks through 2 1/3, and that sends McElvany out to talk to the lefty. Jace Grady, the leadoff man, will hit in an early RBI opportunity. 2 on and nobody out in the bottom of the 3rd. This is just the 2nd game this season, and therefore in the career of Ingracia, where he's walked multiple batters. Ingracia did not appear in an organized game after being popped in the 14th round last summer. Grady started the day with a strikeout. Godman being held on markedly at second. Slider and Grady chases 0-1. Grady went down swinging in his first time up. Looked like he got with a changeup. Trying to rectify that here. Godman at second, Olszewski at first. Olszewski not being held on, so he's in a sprinter stance at first base. Ingracia's 0-1 is tipped off the body of McElvany. Back-to-back sliders at the knees or below, and Grady has swung at both. Making contact with the latter, it's 0-2. Ingracia mixing up his timing well, trying to keep Godman off balance as the catcher out at second base tries to extend his lead. 0-2, popped into shallow left field, long run for Taylor, but he gets there. It hung up just enough. Off the end of the bat, but it had enough backspin that it stayed skyward, and Nelly Taylor, who made a great first step, cut off a substantial portion of the distance and makes the catch for out number 1. Big out number 1 for Ingracia. Luis Sanchez up, trying to move those runners over. Green Jackets left 7 on base yesterday, and part of the reason for the shutout, when they had men in scoring position, they just couldn't get multiple hits strung together in the same inning. Sanchez waves at the breaking ball. 0-1 the count on Luis. He struck out looking on a fastball right down Main Street in inning number 1. Sanchez was the second of 3 K victims so far, and now there's a righty throwing in the pen for Salem. Sanchez late on the fastball, up and out at 92. Looks like it might be Nathaniel Cruz, excuse me. 0-2 on Sanchez. Chopped off his body in the batter's box, so Sanchez stays alive. Got the changeup. No balls and 2 strikes on Sanchez. Green Jackets got the first men on, back-to-back at the bottom of the order with 2 walks. Godman going on the shuffling lead, swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw down is in time, but didn't put the tag on correctly. The ball beat Godman there, but he's got the stolen base anyway. There's another Vector Security stolen base for the Green Jackets. Olszewski gets his second of the season on the back end. Godman able to get that toe just under the tag of Friley Encarnacion. Godman's 2 for 2, and he's 7 for 10 this year. Both men do move up. Sanchez is the 4th strikeout victim of the night. First pitch to Drew Compton. He misses low and inside. Compton went swinging away on a 3-0 fastball down the middle in the first and lined it out to deep right field, where it was ran down by Tucker out there. Stanley Tucker made a nice play. Godman at third, Olszewski at second. 1-0 slider misses out. Green Jackets still without a hit. 3 walks, 4 Ks in the first professional start. And Gracia's looked good. But he's now up at 54 pitches. 29 strikes, 25 balls. Not his usual ratio. 2-0, called a strike very authoritatively by Dylan Reeves. That's the loudest we've heard him this season. Reeves, the first umpire that we've had on 3 separate weeks. Now with a new partner after Brandon Spivak got promoted to High A Rome. 2-1 on Compton. Late on the fastball. Running away from the bat. 92 on the outside corner is not easy to square up. And Gracia allowed the first 2 men on with free passes, trying to post his 3rd consecutive 0 regardless. 2-2 on Drew Compton. Just outside. Backdoor slider never came all the way back. Will Verdung is on deck if Compton can extend this inning. Compton digs in from the right side. Ingracia from the left. Leg kick in home. And ball 4. It's the 4th walk of the day. 3rd of the inning for JoJo Ingracia. The bases are loaded for Will Verdung. Righty appears to be ready, and here comes Liam Carroll. The manager is going to go get JoJo Ingracia, who gets through 2 2/3 as the opener in his first professional start. 4 Ks, 4 walks. He was hitless, and we'll see where his line ends. Righty coming on, trying to leave the bases loaded against Will Verdung when we come back.
Green Jacket fans, every Thursday at SRP Park is Thirsty Thursday, presented by Busch Light and Pabst Blue Ribbon. Fans 21 and older can enjoy $2, $4, and $6 drink specials during every Thursday home game. 12-ounce PBR and Busch Light is just $2 until last call, and you can enjoy $4 16-ounce drafts and $6 32-ounce drafts from 6 to 8 p.m. Get your tickets at the box office or at greenjacketsbaseball.com now to enjoy this great deal.
Looking for a great rate on an auto loan? Yeah, SRP Federal Credit Union has that covered. Great rate on an RV, boat, motorcycle, or a mortgage? Yeah, SRP Federal Credit Union has great rates on those too. But did you know SRP also has great rates on credit cards? And not just great rates, but perks too. Whether you're wanting a traditional credit card with the lowest rate, or a rewards or signature credit card that will earn you points, SRP Federal Credit Union has what you're looking for. Visit a branch or apply online today at srpfcu.org. Good things are happening at SRP. All loans subject to approval and rate may vary depending on individual's credit history and other factors. Programs, rates, terms, and conditions subject to change without notice. Membership required. For information on our credit card points and rewards program, visit srpfcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 612441.
2 2/3 for JoJo Ingracia. No hits, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. As of now, a scoreless day, but he's responsible for all 3 men on base. The righty is indeed Nathaniel Cruz, making his 10th appearance of the year. 0-2 with a save. Has an ERA of 7.94. 17 hits, 8 walks, 11 Ks. So the command has been adequate, but opponents hitting .333 against the 21-year-old righty out of Santo Domingo. Will Verdung is 0 for 1. Green Jackets trailing 1-0. First pitch slider called a strike on the outside corner. Jackets now back facing a righty. And we expect them to see mostly righties for the rest of the way. Only lefty available in the pen is Noah Dean. Cruz stands closed from the stretch. Long leg kick and misses outside with the fastball. Pulled it to the glove side at 95. McElvany snow coning the baseball to his right-hand side and then asks for a new one as he dropped it on the transfer. Cruz, a veteran presence. At just 21 years of age, he's already on professional season number 4. 1-1 to Verdung. Slider out into shallow left field. Taylor is there, has plenty of space and time, and he makes the catch. So on one batter, Cruz leaves the bases loaded. Verdung underneath it. And though the Jackets threaten, they do not score. 1-0 after 3.
Watch me now.
Listen up, baseball fans. The Bally Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Bally Live app today.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at wyndhamrewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit wyndhamrewards.com for more details.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for only $30 a month. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless billing. Price for internet $300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Nellie Taylor leading off the top of the 4th. We appreciate you being with us here on the Green Jackets Baseball Network. Whether you're on Bally Live, MILB TV, or the always free and available Green Jacket Radio. Glad to have you with us on a gorgeous Wednesday night. Tarp went on and off 3 separate occasions dating back to this morning. But the rain has finally moved past for the foreseeable future. And as the sun continues to go down, Keeler allowing just 1 run on 3 hits so far. Gave up an RBI single to Albert Feliz with 2 outs in the second. First pitch hammered way down the right field line, but long foul off the bat of Nellie Taylor. Taylor, like so many of his teammates, trying to ambush the first pitch fastball, turned on it 110 off the bat. But beyond the pavilion, down the right field line, back with the off speed, and the changeup misses low, 1-1. Taylor had a double to start the second and was then picked off. Got caught leaning out at second base. Off speed misses out. Taylor took the bottom hand off the bat and signaled to the umpire before Reeves even made a call, just pantomiming the push away from the body. 2-1 on the outfielder out of Polk State Junior College. Takes another big hack. Taylor is not getting cheated up there today. 3 straight splitters. Keeler's even the count, 2-2. Encarnacion and Tucker waiting behind the lefty Nelly Taylor. Only lefty in the lineup tonight for the Red Sox. Keeler's 2-2. Misses low and inside. Looked like he spun the slider in there for the first time to run the count full. Taylor choked up just a little bit from the left side. Keeler's 3-2 is in the dirt. Taylor able to hold the bat up in time, and it's the second or third walk allowed so far on the night for Cade Keeler. Ties Keeler's career high. Leadoff man is on for the third inning out of 4. Each of those 2 previous leadoff men that reached was picked off, including Taylor in the second. So the Red Sox will look to be the right kind of aggressive here, with Friley Encarnacion hitting. Fastball called a strike. Friley walked and scored the only run of the ball game so far for either team back in the second. Advanced to second on a walk from McElvany and then scored just ahead of Grady's throw from right on the single by Albert Feliz. Keeler a couple looks at first. High leg kick in home with the fastball that misses upstairs. There's a little bit of stretching going on in the Green Jacket bullpen. Adele Delaney is the one moving the most, along with Rabin Corona. Counts 1-1 on Keeler. He'll pick over and check, but Taylor's back with a dive. Nelly Taylor is 7 for 10 or 7 for 11 after being picked off. There was a baseball on the field, but Keeler was not yet in the stretch, so we just continue to play. Ignoring the ball, once again we'll try the 1-1. Taylor's leaning over at first. Pick off close, and on the bang-bang tag, Taylor's back in ahead of the tag from Verdun. Keeler doing what his counterpart JoJo Ingracia did very well in terms of holding the few runners that got on against JoJo, just mixing times and keeping them uncomfortable. Fastball up, 3 straight heaters at the letters or higher. The latter 2 have been laid off to run the count 2-1 on Encarnacion. Red Sox looking to add to that lead, double or then some. Another pick over, no limit until this year. That was the third pickoff. So that's a new change this season in the Carolina League, much like it is in the major leagues. Once you pick off twice, if you pick off a third time, you have to get them out, or else that's a balk. So we have a balk called on Keeler. Now it resets. You can pick off 2 more times with him at second, but that is a balk. Fastball up, ball 3. Keeler continues to miss high. Keeler's at 55 pitches, 29 strikes. 3 balls and a strike on Encarnacion. Everything has been a fastball. Fastball number 5 joins the rest of its counterparts above the zone. Back-to-back walks to start off the 4th for Cade Keeler. Taylor and Encarnacion have both reached without having to swing the bat. Stanley Tucker checks in, and Jacob Godman's going out to talk to Keeler. Elvin Nina will join him, the pitching coach. Thought we might see Nina wait. Sometimes Nina will try to burn the catcher visit and then come out late to buy more time. There's still nobody throwing in the pen, although Delaney and Corona are both stretching. So is Luis Vargas. So there's a lot of J-bands and moving around. The batter will be Stanley Tucker when we get back. Nina, doing as he so often does, stands equidistant from pitcher and catcher. One hand on the shoulders of both Keeler and Godman. Makes the connection, locks everybody in. Tries to reestablish what Keeler needs to do here. Keeler with 4 walks and 4 strikeouts in 3+. The 5'9" right fielder Stanley Tucker out of Texas A&M will get his second swing. Tucker popped up to second base. Sanchez made the catch 2 steps into the outfield. Nobody holding Encarnacion on at first. First pitch fouled away by Tucker. Tucker's profile, defense and speed, anything you get offensively in the long term for Stanley Tucker is considered a bonus, hitting 156 this season. 3 schools in 3 years. But at Texas A&M, the only season he spent in the SEC was used primarily as a pinch runner or a defensive replacement. Went very limited time in terms of just 3 actual starts. 6 for 22 at the plate with 20 games. Keeler, a spin move, but no throw. That'll be Keeler's 1 reset. 0-1 to Tucker. Misses outside to even the count. Keeler's command starting to slip here in the 4th just a tad. 1 run already home back in the 2nd inning. Red Sox have 2 aboard and nobody down. 1-1 on the ground to Sanchez at second. Puts the tag on, then throws to first for Verdun. Got him. Benitez didn't cover in time. Sanchez said he'd do it himself. An athletic play by Luis Sanchez. 1 to even get the tag on Friley Encarnacion. And then to throw off of 1 foot. Gets just enough on the baseball to beat the throw and get Tucker by a half step. Taylor does move up 90 feet to third. But a key double play for the Green Jackets. Here's Daniel McElvany. Fastball on the ground to shortstop. Now it's Benitez's turn, a low throw, and he escapes the inning. Cade Keeler, 2 pitches, 2 ground balls, 3 outs, erases back-to-back walks to start the 4th. Appreciation for the defense from Keeler as he comes off. Looks like we'll see Cruz for his first full inning in the bottom of the 4th.
Premier Networks provides cyber technology and IT solutions for your business. Headquartered in the new state-of-the-art Cyber Technology Center in Augusta, Georgia, and celebrating a decade of IT support in our community. Premier Networks is your local trusted and official IT provider of the Augusta Green Jackets. Call Premier Networks today for your free cybersecurity assessment or visit us at premworks.com. That's PREMWORX.com. Premier Networks, celebrating a decade of support in our community.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like saddling up and chasing down
Look at that sweet moolah!
that big old cash cow.
Look at all that money!
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
What am I gonna watch? What food am I gonna order? Who am I gonna unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get 1 gig internet with upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for just $60 a month. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires autopay and paperless billing. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Nathaniel Cruz got the last out of inning number 3, came on with the bases loaded and 2 outs, getting Will Verdung to pop up on 3 pitches, leave the bases loaded, and close the line on JoJo Ingracia. First pro start, 2 2/3, no hits, no runs, 4 walks and 4 Ks. Cruz will face Kern, Benitez, and Boucher. 5, 6, 7 in the bottom of the 4th. Green Jackets still hitless through 3. First pitch from Cruz misses inside, handcuffing the catcher McElvany. Breaking ball trying to come back to the inside corner. Cruz almost exclusively fastball slider. It's more of a slurvy breaking ball, so it's got movement both directions. Kern tied up on the fastball 1-1. There is a changeup. You don't see it as much to righties, but would be shocked if we don't see it against P.O. Boucher, who's in the hole. Cruz from the windup, the 1-1 to the Green Jacket center fielder. Kern hammers it foul off the facing of the Augusta dugout on the third base sign. It ricochets back into the field of play, and Encarnacion goes to run it down. Cruz in his 3rd season with the Red Sox, spent 25 games here in the whole season in 2023. A 5.14 ERA out of the pen. Ahead on Cade Kern, 1-2. Popped up down the right field line. Tucker gives chase over towards the bullpen mound, and he makes the catch. Was just floating that way. Tucker, an effortless glide to his speed across the outfield. There at the end, it gets tricky as you try to navigate the bullpen mound. Goes up, your terrain changes, but he makes the catch to put down Kern to start the fourth. Cade Kern's 0 for 2. Diego Benitez had a walk in his first at bat. Benitez 1 for 4 with a free pass in his second game of the week. First pitch cut and tips it into the mitt. There is the changeup, the first one of the night for Cruz. Came in down the middle and looked like Benitez just narrowly missed it. Cruz is 0-1, low. Back-to-back with that changeup, which sits around 85 miles an hour. The fastball will be 92 to 95. Cruz against Benitez, righty 1-1. Breaking ball gets Benitez to chase after back-to-back changeups. Benitez was sitting fastball, and he could not lay off of the breaking pitch. When Cruz has the consistent arm slot with that breaking ball, time and time again, that's his best offering. Finding that consistency has been the stoppage on the career. 1-2 outside. Count runs 2-2. Got to tip the cap to SoxProspects.com. When we're doing notes for this, since we don't have anything coming our way, trying to prepare for this type of series, a website that has info on every single player on the roster, yes, please. Thank you for that. 2-2, just below the knees. Great take by Benitez on the breaking ball. Count goes full. Green Jackets have had a handful of those today. Benitez 3-2 for the second time. Cruz kicks and deals. Slider on the ground, a shortstop, bobbled by Anderson. Trying to recover in time, and he does to get Benitez by a step. Benitez slow into his acceleration, didn't really start to hit full speed until he realized Anderson had bobbled it. And the strong arm from the 18-year-old shortstop retires Benitez for out number 2. There's been questions about whether or not Anderson will stick at shortstop long term. Many feel that especially as he continues to grow and fill out, the arm will play better at third base. Boucher pulls off a fastball to make the count 0-1, came in at 95. Anderson doesn't necessarily have the vertical movement and horizontal capabilities you want to see in a traditional shortstop prospect, but there was a lot of tools to dream on when he went in the third round, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with the prognosis of potentially moving to third base. There have also been plenty of prospects that have made it to the show that were either anticipated to be exclusively at third or have played both well. 1-1 slider misses inside, so already through 3 pitches, Nathaniel Cruz has shown Boucher all 3 offerings he possesses. Guys like Corey Seager, Gunnar Henderson come to mind, even Alex Rodriguez, if you want to go back to the pre-steroid days of guys who bounce back and forth between short and third. 2-1 fastball misses in. Count 3-1 on P.O. Boucher, the only lefty in this lineup. Pierre, 234 on the season. Had a solid week last week, including playing the hero in the 12-inning affair on Thursday night in Myrtle Beach. Cruz with the 3-1, just high for ball 4. Boucher showing the patience, draws the 5th Green Jacket walk of the afternoon. Augusta has a 2-out base runner, setting up Jacob Godman. Boucher's 14th walk of the season, 5th in his last 5 games played. He's now been on base in 3 straight ball games. Godman, a walk and 2 steals in the third, ended up stranded 90 feet away from being the first run of the game. Boucher was slowly working his lead off. The first baseman, Feliz, was playing in front of the bag, so he has to take a step back and make the catch when Cruz picks over. No tag applied. There's the first of 2 you're allowed. Boucher is 5 of 6 swiping bases this season. First pitch to Jacob Godman. Outside corner or close enough with a nice frame from McElveny. There was the breaking ball at 83. Godman stands slightly open from the right side. Digs in deep at the back of the righty batter's box. There's pickoff number 2. Cruz checking over. Feliz once again not putting a tag on, and you have to bet, especially after Keeler got called for the balk. That's justice in his ear, saying he can't come over unless he gets you. Runner goes. 0-1 fastball out. Strong throw down from McElvany. Out is the call. 6th caught stealing of the year for McElvany. First in 4 tries today. A good pitch to throw on. And Boucher is cut down for out number 3. 2-out walk ends up not meaning much. Keeler back to work for the 5th at SRP Park.
Premier Networks provides cyber technology and IT solutions for your business. Headquartered in the new state-of-the-art Cyber Technology Center in Augusta, Georgia, and celebrating a decade of IT support in our community. Premier Networks is your local trusted and official IT provider of the Augusta Green Jackets. Call Premier Networks today for your free cybersecurity assessment or visit us at premworks.com. That's PREMWORX.com. Premier Networks, celebrating a decade of support in our community.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like saddling up and chasing down
Look at that sweet moolah!
that big old cash cow.
Look at all that money!
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
What am I gonna watch? What food am I gonna order? Who am I gonna unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get 1 gig internet with upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for just $60 a month. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto-pay and paperless billing. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
4th time in 6 starts now that Cade Keeler will try to work into inning number 5. Career high of 6 innings in back-to-back outings in April. Keeler's pitch count, not overly high. There's nobody throwing right now. So far, Keeler 61 pitches, but just 32 strikes. Green Jackets hitless through 4 offensively. Do have 5 walks, but they trail 1-0. Another game in a row where the Augusta Green Jackets can't score off a starter. First pitch, big swing from Albert Feliz. Feliz has the only RBI of the day. Came back in the second, a 2-out single to right field. After the changeup ties up Feliz, Keeler comes back. Went to the fastball high and outside. Feliz takes to even the count. Feliz entered tonight with a scary 50% strikeout rate. 100 ABs, 50 punch-outs this season. K's have always been a concern for the powerful righty. But this year, especially as he started pressing a little bit, it's been arguably the most unable to be ignored stat. There's just no overlooking when you see 100 in the ABs and 50 in the Ks. That's why we said in his first AB it's a big prove-it year, especially as he's in his 2nd year in Salem. 1-2 to Feliz, hard to hit down the left side. The scouting report on Feliz since the Dominican Summer League days when he first got signed have all said it has to come down to the bat. He's playing first base today. He's not a liability at first, but there's nothing plus there, at least in the scouting tools on the 20/80 scale, to where you feel like a bat will not be the priority. Fastball high, 2-2. Feliz burst onto the scene in the Dominican Summer League back in 2019. 2-2 out to run the count full. Had 9 home runs in that nearly 6-week-long season. Was tied for the most by a Red Sox player in the DSL since they started keeping track of those stats in 2006. 3-2. Downstairs, ball 4. Feliz pumping his fist as he walks down to first. Neither side has had much command so far today. Keeler's up to 5 walks. That continues to elevate his career high. There's a bullpen catcher down on a knee, but nobody throwing at the moment for the Green Jackets. Andy Lugo hitting for the 2nd time. Takes a first pitch called strike on the outer edge. Changeup running back in at 86. Keeler's 0-1 in on the hands, popped up, foul out of play. So Keeler working back and forth between the splitter and the fastball. It may function as a changeup, but in reality, it is just a splitter. Whether you want to call it the split-fingered fastball or anything like that, it's enough of a change of pace. Fastball high, strike 3. Lugo down swinging. Everybody gets free Bowberry biscuits, so the fans are happy. Lugo is not, but it's strikeout number 5 for Keeler. Bo Phillip is throwing in the pen for the Green Jackets. Righty throwing in the pen for the Red Sox, so both barrels are going. Miguel Blaze up for the 3rd time. The leadoff man takes a slider outside. Blaze a single in the first, a strikeout in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2 as the center fielder for the 2nd game in a row. Keeler from the stretch. Slider misses outside. Back-to-back misses to the glove side for Keeler. There's definitely a little bit of fatigue setting in. Up to 73 pitches. Would like to get out of this inning, give Phillip a clean slate to work with in the 6th. Fastball out, ball 3. Keeler tiring, Phillip getting going, but just now at full go off the mound. So this won't likely be the last batter unless you trust Phillip to get ready on the field. 4-pitch walk, 6 walks in the game, 2 in 3 different innings. Blaze on, Feliz up to 2nd. No balls put in play yet in this frame. 2 walks bookending the strikeout. Jacob Godman's going out, and they're going to bring somebody with them. There's a new athletic trainer today. Tom Adams is off this week, and Elvin Nina's going out with the AT. They do not like what they're seeing with Keeler. The fastball velocity has diminished, and he's pulled everything either up or to the glove side. Winston Sawyer, the manager, is going to check on him as well. So it's a full checkup at the mound. That's not what you want to see at all. You hope it's just fatigue. Elvin Nina is doing most of the talking. Phillip continues to loosen. If he does get lifted here, Phillip would have all the time he needs. But Keeler waves away the coaching staff and the AT. Talking with home plate umpire Dylan Reeves regarding whether or not he's allowed a pitch. They're going to confirm that was not a waste of a visit. You only have so many between the coaching staff and the catcher. Keeler pantomimes a throw, but just a shadow rep, so no actual warm-up pitch. But because it was a check for an injury, that does not count to the total meetings at the mound. Time is called as Cade Kern had just booked away from center field. Another ball ending up on the field. It's the 4th time that's happened today. You can tell the umpires are getting a little bit frustrated by it, but when you have this many little leaguers in the park, everybody's having a great time, but sometimes ball ends up on the field. First pitch fastball. Misses high and outside to Antonio Anderson. Velo up to 90 again there, so a bit closer to where Keeler had been. Anderson has struck out looking twice, 0 for 2. 1-0 at the knees evens the count. Anderson leaning over but not able to pull the trigger. One of 2 top 5 round picks out of North Atlanta High School, along with Braves farmhand Isaiah Drake. In the dirt, blocked well by Godman on the off speed. Keeler trying to spin the slider low and in. 2 balls and a strike now on Anderson, the switch hitter. Phillip appears to be ready. Would not be a surprise one way or the other if this is the last batter for Keeler. Keeler's 2-1. Pulled through by Anderson. Just below the bat, able to drop right underneath. Good late life on the pitch, and Anderson in another 2-strike count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the ground towards first, but snagged in foul territory. Anderson able to stay alive on the fastball low and in. Keeler was trying to power up there, went up to 91. That's the hardest pitch of the inning. Keeler looking to get through 5. 1 run allowed so far, but he's been living in the danger zone. Men at first and second, one out, 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike three. Throw back to second, not in time. Anderson down on strikes for the third time in as many at-bats. Keeler gets a big second out. Jacob Godman taking a long look into the dugout. Winston Sawyer is going to come out. Keeler slumps his shoulders. Wanted to be able to finish this frame, but Keeler's at 81 pitches. He's been laboring all inning. And Winston Sawyer is coming to make the change. Bo Phillip is going to hit the mound, it appears. Phillip and Silva were both throwing, and we'll confirm which one is coming in when we get back.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches,
Hey.
feeding them through a wood chipper,
My branches! My beautiful branches!
and dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
What am I gonna watch? What food am I gonna order? Who am I gonna unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires autopay and paperless billing. Price for Internet 300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Green Jackets fans, single game tickets are now on sale at greenjacketsbaseball.com. Greenjacketsbaseball.com is your one-stop shop for tickets, information on promotions, and of course, the Hive Pro Shop online store. Visit greenjacketsbaseball.com for more.
So Silva and Phillip were both loosening. This is Will Silva on the mound for his 9th appearance of the year. 0-1 with a 4.76 ERA, 16 strikeouts in 11 1/3. Last worked 3 days ago on Sunday the 12th against Myrtle Beach. Silva out of Miami-Dade College, born and raised in Miami, facing Marvin Alcantara with 2 on and 2 away in the 5th. Silva gives a look back to second. First pitch, grooved in right towards the center with the fastball. In at 89, that might have been the sinker. Silva has fastball, cutter, sinker, changeup, and slider. You'll mostly see fastball, slider, sinker. 0-1, outside to even the count. Alcantara has struck out and grounded out to second base. Feliz at second, Blaze at first, both of whom walked. There's not been a ball in play yet this inning. 2 strikeouts and 2 free passes from Cade Keeler. Slider spun back into the net. Breaking ball off the outside corner. As Silva gets more comfortable back on the mound, the slider has been the biggest piece of interest. It is very clear that he's getting more comfortable because the breaking ball is sharper and has better command and location. Induced a lot of swing and misses over his last couple outings with that breaking ball. 1-2 to Alcantara. Spun that one a little too much in the other batter's box, and Godman backhands it well. Silva this season has stranded 4 of 8 inherited runners, but of those 4 that have scored on him, although they haven't been charged to him, 3 have been unearned. So it's been a little bit of bad luck for Silva. Trying to poke 2 on base here. 2-2 to Alcantara. Slider, swing and a miss, strike 3. Silva goes back to the breaking ball, triples up, and gets the 3rd strikeout of the inning. Keeler's day is done. His line is closed, and halfway through the contest, Salem's up in a tight one, 1-0.
At Wellstar, affiliated with Medical College of Georgia, you're not a member, even if you are sitting in Section 107, Row C, Seat 16. Whether you're visiting our hospital, one of our primary care locations, or medical offices in the Augusta area, Wellstar's all-star medical team always goes to bat for you. Our comprehensive approach to healthcare extends across our statewide network and beyond to care for every aspect of your well-being. We lead the way in healthcare with innovative technology and experienced providers to ensure you have the expertise you need close by. Whether it's preventative screenings or care for complex conditions, your health is in the right hands with the skilled team at Wellstar, highly rated by fans like you. Wellstar, more than healthcare, people care.
Carrying those tires with them is a little taller
Watching TaxSlayer calculate your refund feels like climbing to the apex of a roller coaster and flying down the tracks. At maximum refund speed. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Fans all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invites you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelley's Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own. Their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today.
So an inning and a third for Cruz. Nathaniel Cruz allows a walk, and that's it. No hits, strikeouts, or runs. And he flips it over to a man that's likely going to try to finish this ball game. Jedixson Paez making his 6th appearance and first out of the bullpen. 20-year-old righty out of Tinaquillo, Venezuela, making his 2nd season with Salem, will face Godman, Olsavsky, and Grady. Godman was at the plate when Pio Boucher was caught stealing to end the 4th. First pitch misses outside from Paez. Checks in at 90 on the gun, pulled to the glove side. High spin on both fastball and breaking ball. That's what you'll live by with Paez. 1-0 goes down to the slider there, comes in at 85, so not much differential in the velocity between the two offerings. There's a changeup. Thrown as well as the third pitch. Godman ahead 2-0. Fastball at the top of the zone called a strike. Jacob walked and stole both second and third in inning number 3 against JoJo Ingracia, who started this ball game. Bit of a flip of roles between Paez and Ingracia today. 2-1 to Godman. Chops softly to third base. Encarnacion waited back, now charges, sets and fires across the diamond for out number 1. Kept the feet moving the whole time, finally came to a stock-still stop and drove across the field. Leadoff man retired by Paez, puts Olsavsky at the dish. This year for Paez, 1-1 with a 2.63 ERA. 30 strikeouts in 24 innings, but over a hit per inning. Just 3 walks, so there's not much in terms of command issues. Olsavsky fouls the first pitch he sees back. Joe walked and stole second. Was part of the bases loaded by walks in the 3rd against Ingracia, before Verdung was retired in the first and only batter faced by Cruz in that inning. Paez from the windup as twilight falls at SRP Park. Lights have kicked on in full effect. 0-1 breaking ball popped up behind first. Feliz going out, Alcantara. Both of them will be called off by Tucker, and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down in the 5th for Paez.
Right fielder, number 46, Jace Grady.
Jace Grady will hit from the left side for the first time. 0 for 2 from the right side. Grady back to the lefty batter's box, trying to get something going. Green Jackets are hitless through 4 2/3 against the Salem Red Sox. Combination of Ingracia, Cruz, and Paez has kept the Green Jackets off the board. First pitch waved at by Grady. Went to the changeup, and it fell off the outside corner. Grady a strikeout and a pop-up to left field. He's 0 for 2. Flared into shallow center, and that will be the first hit of the ball game. So Grady, in his 3rd at-bat, breaks up the no-no. Paez gives up the first hit of the day. Not a bad pitch. In on the hands, running back towards the center of the zone, but muscled up well, and Grady's able to punch it in front of Blaze. Puts Paez in the stretch for the first time today. Luis Sanchez has struck out twice. Once looking, once swinging, both against JoJo Ingracia. Both starters not hit around very often. None at all for Ingracia. Keeler as well. His line is officially final. Sanchez will wait for the first pitch as Paez picks over to check on Grady. Keeler goes 4 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run, 6 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Keeler had 3 different innings with multiple free passes, but found the zone when he needed to the most. First pitch to Sanchez. Slider on the ground to shortstop. Anderson flips it to Alcantara for out number 3. 1 pitch after hit number 1 in the ball game. The bottom of the 5th is done. Green Jackets still scoreless, trailing 1-0 through 5.
Green Jacket fans, every Thursday at SRP Park is Thirsty Thursday, presented by Busch Light and Pabst Blue Ribbon. Fans 21 and older can enjoy $2, $4, and $6 drink specials during every Thursday home game. 12-ounce PBR and Busch Light is just $2 until last call, and you can enjoy $4 16-ounce drafts and $6 32-ounce drafts from 6 to 8 p.m. Get your tickets at the box office or at greenjacketsbaseball.com now to enjoy this great deal.
Looking for a great rate on an auto loan? Yeah, SRP Federal Credit Union has that covered. Great rate on an RV, boat, motorcycle, or a mortgage? Yeah, SRP Federal Credit Union has great rates on those too. But did you know SRP also has great rates on credit cards? And not just great rates, but perks too. Whether you're wanting a traditional credit card with the lowest rates, or a rewards or signature credit card that will earn you points, SRP Federal Credit Union has what you're looking for. Visit a branch or apply online today at srpfcu.org. Good things are happening at SRP. All loans subject to approval and rate may vary depending on individual's credit history and other factors. Programs, rates, terms, and conditions subject to change without notice. Membership required. For information on our credit card points and rewards program, visit srpfcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 612441.
1-0 ball game through 5 innings at SRP Park on this Wednesday, May the 15th. I want to take the time to wish a very happy birthday to my beautiful fiancée, Sydney Small. You are officially old for the next 40 days, and thank you for doing that. Green Jackets still trying to get on the scoreboard. Will Silva's back for his first full inning of work. Faced 1 batter and stranded 2 on base with a punch out of Marvin Alcantara. Silva's now stranded 6 of 10 this season. One last warm-up pitch as they had to wait for the final nails to go in the coffin of the Jacobson dancing drag crew. Too much dance, not enough drag, and it took a little bit of time to get the field properly redone for the back half of this ball game. Nellie Taylor is leading off the top of inning number 6 for Salem. Taylor a double and a walk. Been on base twice in 2 tries. One of 3 men to be able to say that so far for Salem. Taylor takes a fastball called a strike in the Battle of Florida Natives. Clearwater versus Miami going toe-to-toe here. Taylor out of Polk State Junior College. Silva out of Miami-Dade Community College. Silva's 0-1 sinker. Finds the outside corner. Bit of a late call there from Dylan Reeves. But a nice frame from Godwin makes it 0-2. Taylor will step out and use his timeout. Silva will be a bridge here. Expect to see Phillip based on how rested he is, but Silva's got some rest behind him as well. Breaking ball, called strike 3 at the knees. The slider for Silva gets back-to-back strikeouts, 1 to end the 5th, 1 to start the 6th. Tyler's down swinging, and here comes Friley Encarnacion. Encarnacion has walked twice, scored once, only run of the ball game so far for either team. Salem trying to restart the offense. First pitch to Encarnacion misses inside for the first ball of the inning from Silva. Red Sox do not have a hit since the 2nd inning. The RBI single from Albert Feliz was the last time respectable contact was made and successful. Back-to-back misses for Silva, 2-0. Friley, as he establishes himself more comfortably at this level, has continued to grow into his role offensively very well, showing a lot of versatility too. Fastball called a strike. Encarnacion started the body but not the hands. Friley has played every infield spot save for second base this year in his 15th game at the full season level. Called a strike, nothing but takes so far for Encarnacion. That was the fastball, 92 at the top of the zone. Silva, 90-92 with cutter, sinker, and slider. The cutter will be occasionally in the lower 80s. Change up 84-86 and the breaking ball 82-83. 2-2 from Will Silva. Black glove at the belt. Slider in the dirt, strike three. Back to back to back. Strikeouts all with the slider. Silva is spinning that thing today. 2 up, 2 down in the sixth. Stanley Tucker will look to break out of this run of deficiency for the Red Sox. A pop up to second and a 4-3 double play for Tucker. 19th round pick out of Texas A&M by way of a pair of junior colleges. Tucker a year each at Wharton Junior College and New Mexico Junior College. Takes a sinker inside. Been a busy day for Silva. Spent the most of the morning with a couple other players as the Green Jackets continue their community endeavors. 1-0 fastball misses high around the jawline of Tucker, 2-0. But Silva getting involved with the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Augusta. Went over to the McDonald House. They were meeting and greeting with some of the families living over there. Made lunch in partnership with Chicken Salad Chick. Pimento cheese sandwiches for everybody at the building. Popped up down the left field line, hooking towards the berm. Boucher gives chase, runs out of room, and it lands right in the center of about a dozen Little Leaguers. Some trying to catch it, some trying to cower, but regardless, everybody ends up all right. Now there's a mob scene for the baseball. The Jackets as an organization have been very committed to the community cause, but Silva especially has been first in line for nearly every opportunity to engage with the folks. He was with the Children's Hospital a couple times. Just really ingraining himself in this community. Slider outside, ball 3. Had Silva, Adele Delaney, who's done the same and jumped at opportunities, and Jose Marcano all over there as part of the partnership with the Green Jackets and Ronald McDonald. Fastball inside, ball 4. So Silva has faced 4 batters. None have put a ball in play. It's been 3 strikeouts and now a walk for Silva. 4th walk of the season issued by Silva. 2 outs, a man at first for Daniel McElvany. Godman goes out to make sure that they have the signs correct with the man on base. Green Jackets have a righty throwing in the pen. Can't quite tell who it is right now. The Digi-Camo military jerseys, no number on the front, so we're just waiting to see if they'll turn around, although it looks like the wind-up and movement of Bo Phillips, so it would not be a surprise there. McElvany steps in on an 0-for-1 day with a walk. Big lead at first for Tucker, who runs very well. First pitch called a strike, found the inner edge, breaking ball, as it so often is for Silva. But the Green Jackets on June 8th will become the Augusta Pimento Cheese for the first and only time this season. Slider, late swing, McElvany behind 0-2. But those Pimento Cheese jerseys, an Augusta classic, a delicacy dating back to the early days of the Masters. The Green Jackets jerseys this year as the Pimento Cheese are phenomenal. They're styled as caddy-style jerseys. Looks like the jumpsuits for the Masters. They've been done fantastically. 0-2, slider out, ball 1. A great take by McElvany. But those jerseys will be auctioned off, and the proceeds are going to Ronald McDonald House, which is why you had the tie-in with the Pimento Cheese sandwiches today. Silva had 1-2 on Daniel McElvany. Looking for a scoreless 6th. Outside, ball 2. 4 consecutive breaking balls to the righty. Silva living and dying by the slider today. Mostly the former. 3 strikeouts and a walk, including stranding a pair with that punch out in the 5th. McElvany continues to fight. Fastball called strike 3, locked him up on the inside corner. Went to the fastball for the first time in the AB. Perfectly placed, and McElvany had nothing to do with it. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Green Jackets still scoreless, looking to avoid their 2nd consecutive shutout.
Watch me now.
Listen up, baseball fans. The Bally Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Bally Live app today.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing, with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for only $30 a month. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless billing. Price for internet $300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Paez back for his second inning of work. Allowed a single to Grady and then promptly a fielder's choice, erasing that for 3 outs cleanly in the fifth, although he did give up the only hit so far allowed by Salem pitching. Paez is stretched out as a starter, can go as many innings as that pitch count allows. So far this year has gone 4 innings or more in all 5 outings and has gone 5 outings in each of his last 4. Facing Compton, Verdung, and Kern in the bottom of the 6th. Drew Compton leading off. Over top of the changeup, 0-1. Fastball, changeup, slider for Paez, and the changeup tunnels very well with that heater. 0-1 breaking ball to the backside. Compton quickly behind 0-2. Paez pitching with pace, and Jadixon Paez right on top where he wants to be against Compton. Looking for his first strikeout of the night. Paez will kick, come home, and it's popped up into left center or right center field, falling in the triangle, and that's a base hit. 2 hits, 2 bloop singles for the Green Jackets off of Paez, but they all look the same in the scorebook. Compton's on for the second time in 3 tries. Man aboard for Will Verdung. Paez back to the stretch through just 1 pitch out of the stretch in inning number 5, and immediately got Luis Sanchez to ground out to shortstop on a 6-4 fielder's choice. Verdung 2 flyouts, 1 to each side of the field. Late on the fastball over top of 89. Count 0-1 on Augusta's first baseman. Verdung, born in Jackson, Tennessee, raised in Mississippi, and stayed there for school. Has kept himself in the Southeast, part of the Braves organization after being drafted last year. Breaking ball out, 1-1. Verdung was going to Southern Mississippi, one of the premier mid-majors, if you can call the Sun Belt a mid-major, in all of college baseball. Eagles are always a threat to do something in the postseason. Breaking ball misses low and outside. Hattiesburg has one of the best non-Power 5 atmospheres, we'll say, in collegiate baseball. But Verdung opting to turn pro. And he's in his first full season of baseball with the Green Jackets. Will ahead 2-1. Has been learning first base quite a bit this year, splitting between first and second. 2-1. Driven out to center field. Blaze is right there. Well struck, but a hard hit out number 1. Verdung's put down for the first out of the inning. That's the beauty of baseball. The pop-up from Compton turns into a base hit. Verdung finds a barrel, and it's right at Blaze. Cade Kern, a ground out and a fly out. 0 for 2 today, 1 for 6 this week. As the Green Jackets try to get on the scoreboard for the first time against Salem. First pitch slider finds the outside corner. Kern in center today, has bounced between all 3 outfield positions this year. Robert Gonzalez has been the everyday center fielder since Isaiah Drake got hurt, but when he needs a day off like he gets today, it's Kern who usually takes over. They'll pick over and take a look at Compton. Both Kern and Grady played center field in college. Kern at Ohio State, Grady at Dallas Baptist. But it's been Kern who's taken those center field reps. This is his 3rd game out there this year. Kern chases a slider, 0-2. Paez still looking for that first strikeout of the night. In a good position here, ahead 0-2. Diego Benitez on deck behind Kern. Leadoff man Compton still stuck at first with 1 away. Paez is 0-2. Swung through, strike 3. Kern down on 3 pitches. There is K number 1 for Paez. Here's Benitez. Take a look around the Carolina League. Columbia beating Charleston 9-5 as one of 3 Education Day starts. Fireflies now 17-15, tied with Fayetteville at the top of the South Division. Down east, knocking off the top-ranked team in the North Carolina. The Mudcats fall 7-4 at Granger Stadium. Slider in the dirt. Benitez takes it, ball 1. First day game in 14 years at Pelicans Ballpark. They had a 12 o'clock start, and they won in walk-off fashion against the Fredericksburg Nationals. So both of the top 2 teams at the start of the North fall. 1-0 to Benitez. Pop down the right field line, out of play. Still not sure what the reasoning behind the decision was. And we have catcher's interference, I believe. Benitez is being granted first base. There's only one legitimate explanation for that. It's going to be catcher's interference. Benitez, that's the first CI drawn by a Green Jacket hitter this year. We've had a handful defensively for Augusta. But Benitez is on. That gets scored as an E2. So the error goes on McElvany. 2 on, 2 out for P.O. Boucher, who struck out and walked. Kannapolis will be here next week. They're a game above 500 and a half game behind the top 2 teams in the South. They're leading 8-1 over Fayetteville. First pitch to Boucher. Swings through a fastball high and outside. Those heaters running away from Boucher have been his kryptonite at times. If Kannapolis holds on, Fayetteville will fall out of first for the first time in over 3 weeks. Columbia and Kannapolis will be tied at the top. 0-1 to Boucher. Breaking ball was not caught at all by McElvany. He got crossed up. That goes to the backstop. 90 free feet for both Compton and Benitez. Compton to third, Benitez to second. And immediately McElvany goes out to make sure they're on the same wavelength because that slider was right on the outside corner, but McElvany, it wasn't even that he tried to frame it and missed. He just looked bamboozled by the breaking ball outright. 2 men in scoring position as the Green Jackets look to get off the schneid. Only other game still in action. Lynchburg putting the finishing touches on a 7-2 win against Delmarva. Hillcats are at home. Delmarva's 9-23. And they trail by 5 with 2 outs in the 9th. Tomorrow, doubleheaders aplenty, so we'll have a lot to talk about on tomorrow's broadcast. 1-1 to Boucher. Chops it foul, went lunging out a little bit. Boucher, already with 1 strike, was choked up a tad, trying to shorten up and just find a way to put the ball in play, find some grass, and see if Benitez can score. Anything in the outfield will immediately bring home Compton. Benitez will be off on the swing. 1-2. Breaking ball, hard hit, diving stop, and caught at first base by Feliz. Albert Feliz. What a play going to his right. Defensive weapon over there makes the lunging catch, and the Green Jackets are held off the scoreboard. Boucher, a barrel denied at first, and the shutout continues through 6.
Premier Networks provides cyber technology and IT solutions for your business. Headquartered in the new state-of-the-art Cyber Technology Center in Augusta, Georgia, and celebrating a decade of IT support in our community. Premier Networks is your local trusted and official IT provider of the Augusta Green Jackets. Call Premier Networks today for your free cybersecurity assessment or visit us at premworks.com. That's PREMWORX.com. Premier Networks, celebrating a decade of support in our community.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like saddling up and chasing down
Look at that sweet moolah!
that big old cash cow.
Look at all that money!
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
What am I gonna watch? What food am I gonna order? Who am I gonna unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get 1 gig internet with upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for just $60 a month. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless billing. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Fans, we have a Georgia 8-1-1 call to the bullpen. Will Silva faces 5 batters, strikes out 4, goes an inning and a third without a hit and a run, a walk and 4 Ks for him. And he flips it over to Bo Phillip, righty out of Oregon State. Former shortstop, has been an important reliever since first making that change here in 2024. First pitch swinging softly, hit by Feliz, a swinging bunt. Olsavsky bare hands, but he never had a chance. Feliz has been on 3 times. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. And that's the way to break out of a slump right there. Feliz had been skidding a little bit, and that's all coming to a close here. Multi-hit day for Albert Feliz. Leadoff man on in the 7th as Salem looks for some insurance. Red Sox up 1-0. That's their first hit in the last 18 batters, first since the 2nd inning, which was also Albert Feliz. He's got half of the 4 hits so far. First pitch called a strike. Phillip, a 4-seam, 2-seam changeup and slider. The batter is Andy Lugo, who's 0 for 2. Infield playing Lugo to the pull side. Breaking ball, and Lugo's able to hold the bat back in time to even the count 1-1. Lugo, an infielder by trade. He's the designated hitter tonight after getting the day off yesterday. Waves at the fastball, 1-2. Lugo, a true super utility man, has played first, second, third, left, and right this season in Salem. First year here with the Red Sox at full season ball. Doing whatever he can to help out the club. In on the hands, barreled, but underneath it to right center field. Grady calls off Kern for out number 1. 0 for 3 day at the bottom of the order for Andy Lugo. Miguel Blaze has been on twice at the top, and he'll come swing for the 4th time. Single walk and strikeout. Running through the gauntlet of conceivable options for a leadoff man. So you got good speed with Blaze at the plate, a tough man to double up. Pick over from Phillip before he even steps on the mound. So he's already used his first of 2 pickoffs. Trying to check on Feliz. Feliz does not have a stolen base this year. First pitch missing below the knees from Bo Phillip. Trying to drop it in at the bottom of the zone. 87 with the 2-seam fastball. Plays in center for back-to-back ball games. Takes a healthy cut. Comes up empty. Phillip, 6 games, an 0-3 record with 15 2/3 innings under his belt. 4.6 ERA last worked on May 8th against Myrtle Beach, so a week ago today. Took the loss in that ball game. Very much a tough luck loss for him. Phillip went 3 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run. Lined into center field from Blaze. He's got a 2-hit day. Grooving the fastball, and that was 105 off the bat of Miguel Blaze. Salem just continues to impress. They've got power up and down the order, speed everywhere, and there hasn't been a pitcher they've brought in that hasn't been effective. Red Sox trying to climb back out of an early season hole. Red Sox are 16-18, 7 games out of first place in the North. 2 games below 500. Antonio Anderson 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Twice looking against Keeler, once swinging against Silva. Swings and misses at the fastball at the top of the zone to make the count 0-1. Feliz at second, Blaze at first in the top of the 7th. Red Sox leading the Green Jackets 1-0 in Game 2 of the series. Heater up and out. 1 ball, 1 strike on Anderson. Former Georgia Tech commit in his first full season of pro ball. Anderson and Isaiah Drake, who we hope to see back soon. 2 peas in a pod. Same high school, same college commitment. Drafted about 70 picks away from each other in the 3rd and 5th rounds, respectively. Fastball fouled away. Drake started his rehab assignment a week ago yesterday. Has up to 20 days he's allowed to be on that rehab assignment. So there is some time to get him stretched out. 1-2 misses low and in. Isaiah Drake, Lake Hair Figueroa, both starting rehab assignments on the same day. So reinforcements could be coming down the pipeline eventually. There's no timetable, but the fact that they're playing in ball games and staying for the whole 7 or 9 innings is definitely a step in the right direction. 2-2 on Antonio Anderson. Just misses inside, nearly ran back to the corner. Late life on the fastball runs the count full. Anderson a daring take. Walk loads the bases. 3-2 from Bo Phillip. Swing and a miss, strike three. Anderson down on strikes for the fourth time today. Challenge fastball, 91 right down the middle. Phillip daring Anderson to hit it. And Phillip wins that battle. Second out of the inning. Two still aboard for the Red Sox. Marvin Alcantara will look to add to the 1-0 lead. Kern very deep in center field. Left and right fielders Boucher and Grady at medium distance. First pitch spiked and backhanded by Godman. He tosses it nearly into center field. An athletic running catch by Sanchez. He had to break to the bag and then cut on a dime like a wide receiver going out to his right, trying to keep it in front. Godman went lunging into the left-handed batter's box to keep it in front, and it was well done to do so, but then threw slightly off balance, a bit of ready fire aim for the Green Jackets backstop. Sanchez avoids what could have been at least a one-base error. 1-0 from Phillip to Alcantara, up towards 84-85. Alcantara digs in from the right side. On the ground, past Benitez. It's shortened into left center field. Feliz will come around to score. Blaze goes first to third. It's an RBI single for Marvin Alcantara, and the Red Sox have doubled the lead 2-0. Benitez shifted towards third. Sanchez playing up the middle, but neither of the middle infielders could get there, just to the shortstop side of second base. Well struck by Alcantara for his 12th RBI of the season. Doubles the Red Sox lead, and Phillip not out of the woods yet. Nelly Taylor up to bat with another run 90 feet away. Good speed by Blaze on a ball that split between Boucher and Kern well. Blaze just never stopped running and went first to third without a play. Alcantara a big lead at first. Fastball out, ball one. Alcantara 3 for 3 swiping bases this season. 2 out, 2 on, and 1 run already home in a 2-0 game in favor of the Red Sox. Into shallow right center. Grady coming on. Long run for everybody, but Jace Grady settles underneath it for out number 3. Red Sox add to the total. Marvin Alcantara with the second 2-out RBI of the night for Salem. It's 2-0 and time to stretch at SRP Park.
Fans, with the 2024 season kicking into high gear, there's no time like the present to deck yourself out in the newest Green Jacket styles, available only at the Hive Pro Shop. You can browse through extensive collections of shirts, hoodies, caps, and more in a variety of styles, including theme night apparel such as Pimento Cheese, Pavo Salvajes, and the new Augusta Rams line. Head on down to the Hive Pro Shop, located right next to the front gate, or shop online anytime at www.hiveproshop.com.
Looking for a great rate on an auto loan? Yeah, SRP Federal Credit Union has that covered. Great rate on an RV, boat, motorcycle, or a mortgage? Yeah, SRP Federal Credit Union has great rates on those too. But did you know SRP also has great rates on credit cards? And not just great rates, but perks too. Whether you're wanting a traditional credit card with the lowest rates, or a rewards or signature credit card that will earn you points, SRP Federal Credit Union has what you're looking for. Visit a branch or apply online today at srpfcu.org. Good things are happening at SRP. All loans subject to approval and rate may vary depending on individual's credit history and other factors. Programs, rates, terms, and conditions subject to change without notice. Membership required. For information on our credit card points and rewards program, visit srpfcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 612441.
Good things are happening at SRP.
Godman, Olsovsky, and Grady getting a look for the second time against Jadixon Paez. Salem now leading 2-0 after they got some insurance off the bat of Marvin Alcantara. Godman a walk and a ground out so far. Facing Paez for the second time. He's 0 for 1 against the righty. Green Jackets had only been shut out once through their first 32 ball games. They're in danger of going shut out back-to-back if they can't find something in the back third of this ball game. First pitch fastball missing low and away. Godman, a very patient hitter, certainly somebody that can extend an AB as you try to get an extended look at Paez. Breaking ball down the center, 1-1. Paez has gone 4+ every game. He's gone 5 each of his last 4. Came in the 5th. So 5 innings would finish the day, theoretically. Slider high, ball 2. Godman taking 3 consecutive. Patient catcher with a round-robin trip to get to this point. 4 different programs at a couple different levels for Godman before he made his way to the big leagues. On the ground to short, backhanded by Anderson in the hole. Throws over the top and gets Godman down on a ground out for the 2nd consecutive AB. Godman 0 for 2. Joe Olszewski checks in. Whole organization in action tonight. And primo pitching was the name of the day. Rome falls 4-3 on a walk-off from Asheville. The Tourists score 3 unanswered in the 9th to knock off the Emperors. Rome falls to 18-15. Called a strike to Olszewski, 0-1. But our good friend Riley Fry getting his first start at the high A level. Fry, fantastic. 0-1 to Olszewski from Paez. Fastball on the inner third at 91. Olszewski takes 0-2. Fry gave up a solo homer to Jaron Williams on the first batter he faced at the high A level. Then proceeded to go 6 innings with just 3 more hits, 5 Ks, and no further runs. Fouled back as Olszewski stays alive. Rome still falls, but a great debut for Fry. Certainly happy for Riley. Bittersweet to see him go, as he had been the most effective starter without a doubt for the Green Jackets. Fry was 3-0 here. Dixon Paez shakes once, ready to go from the windup. 0-2 slider past the outstretched glove of Encarnacion, and Joe Olszewski's got himself a base hit. Olszewski's got the first knock of the night at the bottom of the order. Green Jackets put a man on with less than 2 outs. 8 outs still to play with. Green Jackets have Jace Grady in the top of the order due up. Olszewski's now been on base 7 consecutive ball games, on for the 2nd time tonight. A walk and a single in 3 tries. Grady's 1 for 3. Had the bloop single with 2 outs in the 5th to break up the no-hitter. At AA Mississippi, Atlanta's AA affiliate, Mississippi, winning 2-1 over Biloxi in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Hurston Waldrop goes a career-high 8 innings. Grady lined into left field, base hit. Back-to-back knocks off of Paez. Have 2 aboard. The tying run is at first for Luis Sanchez. Remember, in traditional or pre-planned at least doubleheaders for minor league baseball, it's only 7 innings. So Mississippi had to win via a walk-off in 8. And last year's first-round pick, Hurston Waldrop, went all 8 of those innings. Now Spencer Schwellenbach is making his AA debut. Another former Green Jacket, and so far Schwellenbach 3 innings, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts as Mississippi leads the Biloxi Shuckers 2-1. Been a good night for pitching across the organization. First pitch to Sanchez. Paez out of the stretch. Driven out towards right field. Tucker was playing shallow. He'll go back towards the line and make the catch. Olszewski tags from second. Throw comes back into second to hold Grady at first. Sanchez is out on the F9, but Olszewski moves 90 feet away from being the first run of the night for Augusta. The more sour notes on the organizational scoreboard. Gwinnett falls 10-3 against the Memphis Redbirds in Memphis, so Gwinnett's now a game below 500. Darius Vines takes the loss in that one. Got hit around 8 hits, 6 runs with 2 homers in 4 2/3 for his first loss of the season. Batter is Drew Compton with men to the corners and 2 away. Time is called. That'll be the 1 step off. Grady at first, Olszewski at third. Green Jackets don't have a run since last Sunday. Infield playing Grady to pull, or Compton. Breaking ball hammered foul. The last 4 Green Jackets have swung at the first pitch they've seen. Compton rocks it foul. Green Jackets won 2-1 on the getaway day over the Myrtle Beach Pelicans on Sunday, behind a dynamic outing from Garrett Bauman, who went 6 2/3 of 1-run baseball. An inherited runner scoring on an error. 0-1. Breaking ball misses in. Slider around the ankles of Drew Compton. Paez out of the pen for the first time in his 3rd inning of work. There's nobody behind him right now. Trying to keep the scoreless streak for Salem going. 1-1 to Compton. On the ground to second, right at Alcantara. All the time in the world for out number 3. Green Jackets have now left 8 men on through 7 innings. They've put a man at third base 3 times and have not been able to bring him home. Compton's 1 for 3, leaves 2 men aboard, and through 7, it's Salem 2, Green Jackets 0.
Fans, have you visited the Crown Plaza North Augusta directly across the street from the SRP Park?
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I am the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
What am I gonna watch? What food am I gonna order? Who am I gonna unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires autopay and paperless billing. Price for Internet 300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Green Jackets fans, single game tickets are now on sale at greenjacketsbaseball.com. greenjacketsbaseball.com is your one-stop shop for tickets, information on promotions, and of course, the Hive Pro Shop online store. Visit greenjacketsbaseball.com for more.
Phillip allowed a run in the 7th on 3 hits. All singles. Alcantara bringing a runner home. Scored Feliz from third base. Top of the 8th at SRP Park. Green Jackets trying to avoid going down 2-0 in this series. Just their second interdivisional series of the season. Went 2-4 against the Mudcats when they came to town 3 weeks back. And looking to reset here. First batter of the 8th is Friley Encarnacion, and he takes a fastball below the knees. Encarnacion, 2 walks and a strikeout. Hasn't put a ball in play today. Green Jacket pitchers have combined for 11 punch-outs. Phillip bouncing that one in, spins off in frustration coming out of the mound. Encarnacion, Tucker, McElveny, 5, 6, 7 due up for Salem. Red Sox 7-6 on the season in interleague matchups. Third straight interleague battle in as many series. Fastball outside, 3 consecutive misses. None of them close for Phillip. Red Sox split with Myrtle Beach 2 weeks ago at home. They were in Columbia last week. Went 3-3 against the Fireflies, and now trying to go up 2-0 against the Green Jackets. Swinging on 3-0. Another swinging bunt down the third base line. Olszewski, the bare hand, and he puts it in his pocket. Back-to-back innings off of Bo Phillip have begun with an infield single down the third base line. Just spinning top, staying fair in front of Olszewski. On 3-0 and with the 5-hitter up, Olszewski was playing deep. It wouldn't have made much of a difference. Encarnacion running well down the line. Friley's got his first hit, and he's been on thrice in 4 tries. On the ground to third, Olszewski. Backhand to second for 1. Sanchez to first. What a double play. 5-4-3. Olszewski starts it off. Sanchez the quick turn. And a nice pick from Verdung on the back end.
Catcher number 44, Daniel McElvany.
Two up, 2 down. That erases Encarnacion's single. McElvany's 0 for 2. He steps in for the 4th time. Green Jackets trying to keep the deficit where it is. Fastball finds the corner at 92. Augusta's been shut out for the first 16 innings of this series by the Salem Red Sox across 5 different pitchers. Off-speed misses low, came in with the slider to even the count. Yesterday it was Cohen and Sansone going 9 strong. 5 scoreless from Cohen, 4 from Sansone. A win and a save respectively. Fastball just below the knees, 2-1. Tonight, Jojo Ingracia makes his first professional start, goes 2 2/3 hitless, but pulled due to pitch count as he walked 4. On the ground to second, Sanchez to Verdung. Ingracia, Cruz, and Paez are through 7 scoreless. Phillip puts up his first 0. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Augusta, 6 outs left to put something on the board.
At Wellstar, affiliated with Medical College of Georgia, you're not a number. Even if you are sitting in Section 107, Row C, Seat 16, whether you're visiting our hospital, one of our primary care locations, or medical offices in the Augusta area, Wellstar's all-star medical team always goes to bat for you. Our comprehensive approach to healthcare extends across our statewide network and beyond to care for every aspect of your well-being. We lead the way in healthcare with innovative technology and experienced providers to ensure you have the expertise you need close by. Whether it's preventative screenings or care for complex conditions, your health is in the right hands with a skilled team at Wellstar, highly rated by fans like you. Wellstar, more than healthcare, people care.
Watching TaxSlayer calculate your refund feels like climbing to the apex of a roller coaster.
Here we go!
And flying down the tracks. At maximum refund speed. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
All right, fans, have a great
Fans all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invites you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelley's Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own. Their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today.
Wilver Dung leading off the bottom of the 8th. Green Jackets still fighting to find their way onto the scoreboard. But Verdung, Kern, and Benitez, that's the middle of your order, getting their second look against Jadixon Paez. Paez has allowed a couple hits, including 2 in that last inning, but stranding a runner at third in the 7th. Slider called a strike on Verdung. Count 0-1 as Paez is able to get ahead. Verdung stands straight up from the right side. Paez from the windup. Verdung tied in knots on the fastball running in, 0-2. Will at first today. After spending yesterday as the DH. Behind 0-2 is the leadoff man in the bottom of the 8th. Fastball hit hard up the middle and off the mitt of Alcantara. Alcantara was shifted that direction. Looked like he had a chance to make a play. Ball came off the bat rapidly at 1-0-2, and we're going to see how that one ends up getting scored. Verdung reaches on base. Green Jackets have a leadoff man on for the second time in the last 3 innings. Cade Kern up as the tying run in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Kern, a 3-quarter attempt. Got fooled on the pitch below the knees, just could not quite stop the hands. Kern so far today, a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. Been around the bend in various different ways. Very short lead from Verdung, being held on by Feliz. 0-1, called a strike just below the knees, so Kern quickly behind 0-2. Benitez and Boucher behind him. Paez trying to go on to 4 scoreless. Nobody behind him right now. It's his ball game for the future. 0-2 breaking ball gets past the catcher McElvany, and Verdung moves up on the wild pitch. Green Jackets put a man in scoring position with nobody out. So if nothing else this AB, then Kern has watched a man move into scoring position up 90 feet. And now Kern's still at the plate with a chance to move something forward. Verdung's swing has been called an E4. The error goes against Alcantara. At second base for the first time this week, he commits the second error of the night for the Red Sox. The first was the catcher's interference off the bat of Benitez. It's Alcantara's 5th error of the season. Still 1-2 to Kern after Paez stepped off and reset. Fastball chopped foul. Cade Kern stays alive just a little bit longer. Trying to run this count up on Paez, who has been out now for 3+ innings. Came in after both Ingracia and Cruz got done at the beginning of the 5th. Paez 44 pitches, 34 strikes, 1-2 slider. Kern nearly took that ball out of the mitt of McElvany, who even after getting the catcher's interference call is still reaching way out there to catch that baseball. That's part of the new wave of teaching, trying to get these catchers to go out, frame the ball early, and stick it right as it crosses. But it's also led to a rise in catcher's interference. We've seen that from Jacob Godman a couple times, and McElvany once already. 1-2 again. Fastball called, strike 3. Kern got frozen. Kern's second K of the day. Both have come against Paez. They're the only 2 strikeouts Paez has recorded, so he has Cade Kern's number. McElvany goes out prior to the Benitez AB. Runner at second base, and after being crossed up earlier in the outing between Paez and McElvany, the catcher wants to make sure that doesn't happen again. Benitez, a walk, a ground out, and a catcher's interference. Officially 0 for 2. Verdung at second reached on a leadoff error, hit a ball over 100 miles an hour, but off the body of Alcantara. He couldn't make the play, and it got called an E4. Paez from the stretch watches Verdung dance back and forth, and a pitch gets away from McElvany again. So whatever the conversation was, I'm not sure it worked. That ran in, looked like the off-speed pitch, the changeup, and it just handcuffs McElvany. Verdung on an error, a wild pitch, and now what's likely a passed ball has gone all the way around to third base. Corners up, middle back. Green Jackets have a man at third, less than 2 outs. 4th inning out of 8. They've put a man at third, still yet to score. 1-0, Benitez out towards left field, back towards the track, looking up. That's off the very top of the wall. Benitez rolls his way into second. The run scores. The Green Jackets are on the board. Diego Benitez with the RBI double. And there's the plus power that Benitez has, because he swung one-handed on the off-speed, got the breaking ball, was out in front, and it just carried out towards the wall and left. Benitez's 8th RBI of the season. The Green Jackets are on the board. Tying run at second. Go-ahead run at the plate with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Benitez now represents a very big run indeed. First pitch chopped foul by Boucher. Pierre, a strikeout, a walk, and then a line out to first. That off the bat looked like it was going to be extra bases potentially and multiple runs almost certainly, but a diving catch from Albert Feliz put all of those notions to bed at once. Outfield plays relatively straight up, but Tucker is deep towards center field in right center. Off-speed misses out 1-1 on Boucher. Tucker's been playing away from the line and towards the opposite field side against Boucher all night. We thought with that last swing against Paez, Tucker might move a little bit closer to the line, but no, he's still covering the gaps. Benitez being held on by Anderson. Check swing, just missing. Tried to run back to the corner with the change, 2-1. Boucher ahead in the count with the tying run and scoring position, less than 2 outs in the 8th. Green Jackets looking for a come-from-behind victory, or at least a tie. Fouled away, Boucher goes reaching at the fastball off the outside corner to run the count even. Jacob Godman's on deck with 1 out in the 8th. Red Sox will have Feliz, Lugo, and Blaze 8-9-1 due up in the 9th. Nobody warming up behind Bo Phillip right now. Paez brings the red and black glove to the belt. 2-2, misses low. Good take on the changeup by Boucher to run the count full. Boucher's walked once already today. He's also 0 for 2. Benitez dances off of second. Anderson in his pocket. A long look from Paez. Roped foul by Boucher. Stayed on the outside fastball. That's a good in-at-bat adjustment. After pulling off strike 2, it's nearly an identical pitch. And Boucher able to hang tough and foul it away. 7th pitch of the at-bat between Paez and Boucher. Set to follow right here. Dixon Paez to the belt. Takes a look at second base. Now comes home. Fastball called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Hardest pitch of the night for Paez at 92. Rearing back and dropping it onto the corner. Second out of the inning. 2 strikeouts for the 2 outs in this frame. The run that scored was unearned because Verdung did reach on the error. Time called. The pitching coach, Juan Rivera, is the one who goes out. Nobody warming in the pen for Salem either. Godman's 0 for 2 with 2 ground balls. Walked back in the third against Ingracia. Tying run at second in the form of Diego Benitez, who got the Green Jackets on the board already this inning with a double off the fence in left field. Scored Verdung from third, who had reached on an error and moved to second on a wild pitch and third on a passed ball. Godman 0 for 5 this week. Only time he's been on was the walk. Second start in a row behind the plate. Facing Paez for a second time. Correction, he's the first man to see Paez for a third time. Fastball misses just inside at 92. Paez finding a new gear with the fastball velocity here. As if he had an extra gear he just now is kicking into. Behind 1-0 on the backstop, Godman. Benitez a very big lead. Godman late on the fastball running towards his hands. 1-1 as he tips it into the mitt of his counterpart, McElvany. High spin on everything for Paez. Just a ton of rotation. Always tough to square up. Benitez the only exception so far. 1-1 check swing cued towards first, and it falls out of play. Bit of an excuse me swing there from Godman, trying to hold up on the slider at the knees. Would have been close to a strike anyway. Godman ended up getting good wood on the ball, but he stopped the bat as soon as he made contact. Count 1-2. Paez looking to strand the tying run in scoring position in the bottom of the 8th. First game out of the pen this season for Paez. Dixon Paez the 1-2. Low and outside to even the count. Went to the changeup. That's been his put-away pitch against righties and lefties. Showed it aggressively to Boucher. Finally froze Boucher on a fastball for out number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Godman. Benitez will be off on contact. Breaking ball, strike 3. 3 Ks in the inning for Paez. He's through 4, allows 1 run, but leaves the tying run in scoring position. And we move on to inning number 9.
Green Jacket fans, every Thursday at SRP Park is Thirsty Thursday, presented by Busch Light and Pabst Blue Ribbon. Fans 21 and older can enjoy $2, $4, and $6 drink specials during every Thursday home game. 12-ounce PBR and Busch Light is just $2 until last call, and you can enjoy $4 16-ounce drafts and $6 32-ounce drafts from 6 to 8 p.m. Get your tickets at the box office or at greenjacketsbaseball.com now to enjoy this great deal.
Looking for a great rate on an auto loan? Yeah, SRP Federal Credit Union has that covered. Great rate on an RV, boat, motorcycle, or a mortgage? Yeah, SRP Federal Credit Union has great rates on those too. But did you know SRP also has great rates on credit cards? And not just great rates, but perks too. Whether you're wanting a traditional credit card with the lowest rates, or a rewards or signature credit card that will earn you points, SRP Federal Credit Union has what you are looking for. Visit a branch or apply online today at srpfcu.org. Good things are happening at SRP. All loans subject to approval and rate may vary depending on individual's credit history and other factors. Programs, rates, terms, and conditions subject to change without notice. Membership required. For information on our credit card points and rewards program, visit srpfcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 612441.
Good things are happening at SRP.
Bo Phillip out for the 9th. Noah Adcock Howarth live here on Green Jacket Baseball Network across all the various platforms. You appreciate us, and we appreciate you. It's two-way street here. Feliz, Lugo, and Blaze, 8-9-1 in the third inning of work for Bo Phillip. Feliz, 2 singles and a walk. He's the only man who's been on base every single time. A get-right game indeed. Takes a fastball at the knees at 88, 0-1. Feliz had the RBI to bring home the first run of the game. And then scored the second. Hard hit towards short, past the Benitez, who was drawn towards the line, and it's a 3-hit day for Albert Feliz. Feliz was 10 for 100 on the season coming into tonight. He's continued to raise that average quickly. On-base percentage rising rapidly as well. 26 points plus on the average as we speak. Righty throwing in the pen for Salem. So Paez may be done for the day. Andy Lugo trying to get that run back from the bottom of the 8th. Takes a breaking ball just outside, ball 1. Lugo 0 for 3. Flew out to right field against Phillip in his only at bat so far against the righty. And drives this one out to deeper right field. Grady going back towards the fence. It one hops off the wall over his head. Lugo coasting into second. Feliz had to hold, but he goes first to third. Bottom of the order making some noise here for Salem. 2 men in scoring position with nobody out.
Number 38.
Last night, or yesterday morning, we should say, in the education day, it was the top of the order, Blaze Anderson Alcantara, who set the table and made things happen for this Salem offense. Tonight, it's been the bottom, spearheaded by Albert Feliz's 3-hit day. The Red Sox continue to get production. That lengthens the lineup and just drastically changes the way you approach the rest of the order, because the leadoff man, Miguel Blaze, is always dangerous as he takes a slider low. And now he's got an RBI spot with a deep outfield. Anything to the outfield grass could score 2. Infield is drawn in as Phillip misses low with the fastball. Nobody throwing in the pen for Augusta. Red Sox have a righty throwing. Feliz at third, Lugo at second. Infield is in. Phillips 2-0. Finds the zone for the first strike of the at-bat. Max Carlson leads the team in active saves right now for Salem. Figure that's where they'll go in a 1-run game. But we can't quite tell who the righty throwing is. Slider in the dirt, 3-1. Green Jackets, whoever they face, we'll see Olszewski, Grady, and Sanchez come up. Green Jackets are chasing at least 1, if not more. 3 balls and a strike. And at second and third, nobody out. Phillip coming home, and it's fouled away off of Godman. Phillip spins in the slider, and Blaze a little bit out in front. Count goes full on the Red Sox leadoff man, with Anderson and Alcantara to follow. Infield still very shallow. 3-2 chopped off the plate, but it hooks foul. Phillip rustling up some velocity there, dropped up to 93. He's been 89, 91 with basically every other fastball today, 4-seam and 2-seam alike. Blaze earns himself a 7th pitch. Phillip from the stretch, 3-2 once more. On the ground to short, the runner is not going anywhere. Not off on contact, and a wise decision by Feliz. Benitez able to just look him back to third and go on to first. Blaze is set down for out number 1. Here's Antonio Anderson.
Shortstop, number 11.
Anderson's 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Talk about due. It's where you're looking right here. He's 0 for 6 with 3 walks in total this week. Breaking ball to the back door. Seems like all 3 pitchers he's faced, Keeler, Silva, and Phillip, have just reserved their best stuff specifically for Antonio Anderson. 0-1 changeup. Haven't seen that much at all from Bo Phillip, but just goes to show there's always something new when it comes to Anderson. Antonio took a big cut. Now he's behind 0-2. Jokes up from the left side, target away, and lined into center field, base hit. 1 run scores. Lugo coming around. Kern's throw to the plate is cut off, It's a 2-run single for Antonio Anderson. Hanging changeup right down the middle. There's nobody in this roster that's going to miss that one. Anderson gets his swing back, erases everything else previous. From a 1-run lead to a 3-1 lead, Anderson makes it 4-1. Anderson's on for the first time today. Fastball swung through by Marvin Alcantara. Phillip got ahead 0-2. Anderson looked overmatched on both pitches and then put the changeup. Doubling up was one decision after you got a swing and a miss from Anderson. But putting it down the middle is just a mistake that cost him. RBIs number 9 and 10 on the year for Antonio Anderson. After back-to-back fastballs, it's 0-2 on Alcantara. Alcantara 1 for 4 with an RBI single in the 7th. Salem now doubling up the Jackets in hits, 10-5. 0-2 runner started and stopped in the breaking ball. Misses low and away. Righty throwing in the pen for the Green Jackets now. Looks like it's Zach Austin. Still don't know who the righty is throwing for the Red Sox. On the ground to Benitez, it's short. Slowly hit, goes to second for 1. Relay to first is not in time. Was soft enough off the bat of Alcantara. Was going to always be tough to double him up. Benitez and Sanchez do everything they can, but they settle for is out number 2 at second base. So Anderson's out. He'll return back to the dugout with smiles, high fives, and pleasant greetings abound after he was able to double up the run total in one swing. Red Sox had 2 through 8 in the third. Now they're leading 4-1 as Anderson caught a barrel. Changeup missing outside to start the at-bat to Nelly Taylor. Taylor a fly out against Phillip that ended the 7th. A walk, a double, and a strikeout elsewhere. Tipped off the body of Godman. Looked like it hit towards the heel of the mitt. Godman shaking that left hand. And so home plate umpire Dylan Reeves naturally will give him a little bit more time. Caleb George, the field umpire, just went and moved the rosin bag back to a more acceptable location, trying to get it out of the field of play. Phillip taking his time. Everybody just doing what they can to reset for the catcher. And Godman will, of course, continue in this contest. 1-1 on Nelly Taylor Jr. Outside ball 2. Trying to run it to the outer rim. Olszewski will lead off the 9th. The Green Jackets got 1 back in the bottom of the 8th. But as has happened so often against the Augusta bullpen, the opposition answers immediately. Slider strike 2. Those shutdown innings after you score runs and need to keep the game where it is have just been so difficult to find for Augusta. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Nelly Taylor, the left fielder. Infield in a heavy pole shift. In the dirt, blocked by Godman. Changeup runs the count full. 3-2, 2 out, so Alcantara will be moving on the pitch. Taylor can work his way on base. Freily Encarnacion would get his 5th plate appearance and 3rd at bat of the day. Encarnacion is 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Red Sox have kept the bases crowded all night long, trying to add to it here. 2 already in. Phillip picks over a low throw. Verdung applying the quick tag, but not quite in time to get Alcantara. Phillip peers into the signs from Godman. Alcantara a big lead. 3-2. Popped up on the third base side. Long run for Olszewski against the shift. He calls, makes the slide, and makes the catch. What a defensive ball game for Joe Olszewski. Shows off the range, the converted shortstop, the pride of John Carroll. Makes a nice little play. Red Sox do more damage, leading by 3. Closer coming in, 4-1 in the bottom of the 9th.
Watch me now.
Listen up, baseball fans. The Bally Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Bally Live app today.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
What am I gonna watch? What food am I gonna order? Who am I gonna unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing, with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for only $30 a month. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless billing. Price for internet $300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Max Carlson, the 12th round pick out of North Carolina, checks in for his 10th appearance of the year. 0-1 with 3 saves in 4 tries, a 3.57 ERA for the righty. He'll face Olszewski, Grady, and Sanchez. 9-1-2, the big swing in the 9th. Antonio Anderson on an 0-2 changeup. Laces a base hit back up the middle, scoring Feliz and Lugo. Changing from a 1-1 squeaker to a 4-run, 3-run lead in favor of the Salem Redsox as they try to take a 2-0 series lead in their only trip to SCRP Park of the season. Green Jackets will return the favor on the back half of a 12-game road trip at the end of June. Only 12 meetings between the two interdivisional foes. Olszewski 1 for 2 with a walk. Carlson, first pitch from the windup. Buries a fastball down the center. Carlson rocking the heater in at 92 with a little bit of arm side run. Olszewski holds the hands low from the right side. Carlson flutters the glove up. Brings home a fastball in the same exact spot. Quickly 0-2 without a swing. Carlson, great numbers, has been used as a high leverage reliever and has taken to that role with aplomb. His 0-2 is a fastball off the mitt of McElveny, who has had a strugglesome time catching seemingly every pitch. By every pitch, we mean every type of offering, not every single pitch individually, but fastballs, sliders, breaking balls alike. 1-2 slider. Excuse me, swing down the right field line, over towards the wall, and a leaping catch. Did he hold on? Yes, he did. Stanley Tucker was trying to avoid the sidewall and the bullpen. He had more room than he thought he did, but instead makes a pirouetting catch up near his relievers. Olszewski out on the first swing of the 9th. Chase Grady steps up with nobody on and 1 out. Grady 2 for 4, a pair of singles off of Jadixon Paez. Gets his first look at Carlson. Second stint with Salem for Max Carlson. Had 1 appearance at High A Greenville as well. Chase Grady, a big swing. Empty though, 0-1. Tomorrow, the Green Jackets in the rotation, turning to the only lefty they have as a starter available left. Now that Riley Fry is gone, Mitch Ferris will take the ball against Trenner O'Donnell. Grady takes a fastball 0-2 and frustrated with himself for not swinging. Be our first look at O'Donnell, who's 1-1 with a 1.35 ERA, but has not started a game yet. 0-2, out to center field. Blaze is there, makes the catch with plenty of time to spare. 2 up, 2 down in the 9th. Green Jackets down to their final out, and it's Luis Sanchez who's 0 for 4. Sanchez 2 Ks, a fielder's choice, and a flyout. His 11-game on-base streak in danger of being broken here. It's the second double-digit streak of games on base for him this season. First pitch swinging out to center field. Blaze rolling back in front of the track. He makes the catch. Carlson gets the save, and the Red Sox take back-to-back ball games to start the week.
Brought to you by the Augusta.
Green Jackets fall 4-1. never were able to take the lead, so Keeler, despite giving up just one run, will take the loss. The win will likely go to Paez as the most effective reliever, 4 innings, 1 unearned run. As Ingracia went 2 2/3, Cruz an inning and a third, and then flipped over to Paez with Carlson confirming his 4th save. Green Jackets fall 15-19 is their record. 17-18 for the Salem Red Sox, a game away from getting back to 500. Green Jackets just consistent offense was the missing piece. Red Sox, meanwhile, Alcantara a couple big swings. Nelly Taylor on base a handful of times, but Albert Feliz is the story. Feliz, 3 singles, a walk, an RBI, 2 runs scored. The 8-hitter gets his job done and is able to flip it over to be taken care of by the top half of the order. 4 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Salem. They leave on a total of 10 for the Green Jackets. It'll be 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, and they leave on 9. Will Silva's your it guy of the game, presented by Premier Networks. 4 strikeouts in 4 outs with no hits or walks, and he kept it close when he had the chance. Your wow play of the game is the 5-4-3 double play off the bat of Stanley Tucker, initiated and turned by Joe Olsovsky, who also could have been a contender with that sliding catch. That was made in the 9th inning to end the ball game in favor of the Red Sox. Salem gets the win. It's Cruz who's being listed as the victor. First man that came in after Ingracia. So Cruz is 1-2. Keeler's now 1-3. And Carlson gets his 4th save. It'll be the first start of the season tomorrow for Trenner O'Donnell, the 6'7" righty out of Dallas. While as Mitch Ferris gets his 3rd start of the season and 2nd in as many weeks. Went 5 scoreless in a brilliant start that ended up going a 12-inning ball game behind him. So no decision, but looked good nevertheless. Ferris will look to keep that magic against a suddenly red-hot Red Sox lineup. Salem's offense has come alive against the Green Jackets, while Augusta's offense has petered out quietly, just 1 run over 18 frames of offensive attempts. We appreciate you being with us for this baseball game. Green Jackets fall, but there's 4 more this week between these 2 clubs as Augusta looks to